Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest expansion-packed episode of the Switch It Up show. I am your host today, Seth Trav, joined as always by our friend Glenn.
Good evening, sir. Indeed, I am still Glenn. You are correct in your assumption.
Thank God things didn't change. I thought you might have been the Pinkman. I've been seeing an awful lot of him because I played Pinkman Plus for my game today on PS5.
Wow, Pinkman Plus, huh? That's a very interesting title. An interesting title, not nearly as exciting as the Pillar Puzzle Escape, my man.
It is. Both keys, we're doing a little bit of alliteration.
Ooh.
But before we pout, I don't know. I tried.
Before we pop past this persuasive, I don't know, something.
Personification of pop culture. I can't.
Nah, we tried.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we tried. As we do, we're just going to let the sweet beats ride. Anamanaguchi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God for them. They keep us on the straight and smooth grooving path. Just like Pinkman Plus on the PS5. It's a line running game from our friends over at Retaliaca Games and is currently $4.99. And you can get the free PS5 version if you get it on the PS4. Pinkman Plus is a fast-paced action platformer about a lost man with pink skin, with the ability to jetpack to reach new heights, run, jump, and jetpack through a minimalist and colorful but deadly environment called The Mine. New features exclusively for consoles include checkpoints to save your game, a speedrun timer for those who are competitive, and vibrant new color palettes. For additional variety, features 100 handcrafted levels, 16 stunning color palettes, 20 types of traps, synthwave soundtrack. And that's that. I feel like there should have been a bigger oomph there for the description, but there is not, ladies and gentlemen. That is all Pinkman Plus is, and that's all you really need to say about it, because there's not much of a storyline to it. You just kind of run along, and you try to get out of, I guess, the mind. It's interesting in that it is a basically Atari game on the PS5, and I feel a little weird saying it, but it does look good. It runs very smooth, as you'd expect it to, at like sub 8-bit or only 8-bit graphics, you know. The soundtrack is great. It really is. I played the game for about 25 minutes and got the platinum, made it up to level 60 something, I believe. And the color palettes change every single time you die. Every now and then you get sort of the standard, I forget what the name of it's called, but it's from a lot of movies, sound of someone dying and screaming. You'll recognize the scream when you hear it, probably from a few good SpongeBob episodes.
It's the Wilhelm scream is what it's called.
There it is, the Wilhelm scream. You hear the Wilhelm scream every now and then. I would say not enough for Pinkman, because you die a lot. There is some, difficulty to it. There's some uniqueness that lends itself to it. But overall, it's a relatively quick game. If you're a platinum hunter, you will enjoy this because it's a quick, easy platinum. Like I said, 25 minutes and it was good to go. I didn't get to the very end. I didn't think I needed to. I got the platinum. To me, it was like, what else am I grinding for? What am I searching for here? And I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the soundtrack enough that I thought to myself, I could probably spin this outside of the game. So because of all those things, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to give Pinkman Plus for the PS5 a 3.5 out of 5.
Pretty decent score, my man. The PS5 run of games continues. But of course, I'm going to have to switch it up with my release, my game today. And then I'm going to do that with the Pillar Puzzle Escape, which is on sale right now on the Nintendo eShop for the low price of $9.99, and it is eligible for 50 golden coins when you make that purchase. Now, it's from our wonderful friends over at East Asia Soft that give us the opportunity to review so many different games, and I am super excited that they let me check this one out. So let me go ahead and hit you with a little bit of the synopsis before I tell you about my experience. Solve the mysteries of an enigmatic island and escape back to reality. Cleverly mixing mystery and puzzle solving, the Pillar Puzzle Escape ventures deep into an unknown world filled with riddling contraptions and scenic vistas. Explore islands that offer unique environments and secrets to discover. Remain aware of your surroundings as they change and evolve like a lucid dream. With every challenge you overcome, you grow closer to escaping the mythical maze and waking up from the elaborate cage that has trapped you inside. It features search for a way to escape the ever-evolving challenges. Explore a wondrous world with diverse and beautiful landscapes. Solve puzzles to unlock the mysteries of each island and experience the adventure through a classic first-person perspective. This game came out on the Switch on January 13th in the year 2021. It is for one player, categorized as an adventure puzzle game. Again, $9.99. This is super cool in the fact that it is a first-person perspective puzzle game with what they're shooting for is like pretty realistic looking graphics. Kind of think like Myst. Like if Myst looked really good and wasn't as not to hate on Myst, all right? I felt you coming for me, all right? Jeez, go ahead and let us know how horrible I am, because I implied that Myst maybe didn't look super high definition back in 1990, running under 486. Sorry, at Switch It Up Show, let me know.
My
bro.
gateway can handle it, man.
Exactly, seriously. But this is all. That's the type of game you're playing here. You're a first-person perspective, walking around this island. Twin sticks, of course. The left stick to move, the right stick to move, or the left stick to look, the right stick to move. And you're exploring through this island, solving these different types of puzzles, and you're interacting with all types of different things, whether it be lights, cubes, switches, all types of different stuff, and you're using your environment in order to help you gain clues, from looking at like different pieces of artwork to like looking how shadows are cast in the room. It's one of those games where as you start to play it, you fall more and more into a rhythm. I feel like I encounter the same type of thought process anytime I play like a Zelda game, and you're deep in one of they're not tombs, what are they called in Zelda?
Dungeons.
Dungeons, but there's something temple.
A temple.
Okay. Like when you're deep inside one of those temples and you're working on this puzzle and you're like, okay, I got to go to this room and I have to hook shot over here and then I have to do this and I have to do that. There's a lot of that type of logic and thought process that goes into solving the puzzles in the Pillar Puzzle Escape. And it's addictive, man. And what's great is that they kind of start to like wing you into it. So if it's been a while since you've played a game like that, I feel like this is a good place to start because they don't really start with a super high difficulty. And there's a game like this that's available now on PlayStation as well. It's called The Witness. And if you like The Witness, you're definitely going to love the Pillar Puzzle Escape, and vice versa. If you haven't played one, you should definitely play the other. The two go hand in hand. They very much feel like they are like they're not made by the same people, but I'm shocked and appalled that they're not, because they play so similarly. And the games themselves are set in like these somewhat realistic areas, but they always take place in like with like a tone of like the fantastical to them. It's like you're like in a castle, like at the night, like looking over a sea. In one of them, you're at this, you're like in the clouds. In another level, you are kind of playing this like different version of Stonehenge. So like they're like based in reality, but they say there's like a lucid dream-like quality to it. And it is like the atmosphere is all very tranquil as you're walking around trying to solve all of these different puzzles. And I love the fact that it's in a first person, because you're walking around, you're in that first person's perspective, exploring the island, and then when you happen upon a puzzle, you're interacting with objects from that view, or sometimes you're brought over to like a screen where you have to like move like pegs around or trace lines, so it almost becomes like a game within a game in that way. And it's just cool. It's one of those things that, like, once you start to get your brain in that mindset of, like, solving the puzzles and, like, how to think and how to approach a different puzzle when you happen upon one, you start to be like, all right, like, I'm getting the hang of this. Like, I know how to think about this a little bit more. I feel like this is one of those games that you might play, like, on Nintendo DS, they had Brain Age. You know, like different like exercises for your different exercises for your mind.
Your mind.
Yeah. I feel like this is like that. It works on problem solving, and it's fun. It's very addictive. I was super excited when we got this because I love this type of game, and I had high hopes going into it because I played The Witness and the Talos Experiment. That's another one that's on PlayStation. That's awesome. If you like this game, you need to play all of those. And I feel like this game does not disappoint because my experience with the other games was super high, and my experience with the Pillar Puzzle Escape was also like really good. I had a blast playing this. I started playing it late at night one day, and I was like, man, like I really like I wish I would have played this earlier in the day, so I could, because it's one of those things where once you start picking it up and you get the hang of it, you don't want to put it down. And it's great, man. It's an awesome, great fun time. If you haven't played this game, if you like puzzle games, if you like first person puzzle games at all, you need to play the Pillar Puzzle Escape. The fact that it's $9.99 is an absolute steal. If you're thinking about buying it, don't even hesitate. Purchase this game immediately. If it goes on sale and you get it, like you hit the lottery. Like for this price point, with the amount of gameplay that you get and how fun it is and how good the graphics are and the controls are spot on, like it's just checks all across the board. 5 out of 5 here on the Switch It Up show for the Pillar Puzzle Escape. Excellent game, my man. Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent.
Highest praise for the Pillar Puzzle Escape.
The highest, man.
Dude.
I had the bar high. Sometimes with some of these games, when I'm really excited to play it, like I always set the bar high. It's like when you see a preview for a movie and you're like, yo, this is gonna be great, and your mind sets that bar like right here. Like I set the bar high for this, and it delivered all across the board. Excellent.
That's fantastic to hear, my guy. And we hope that you guys also have some fantastic games for us to play. Get at us at Switch It Up Show. Get at us. We're at youtube.com/Preach Network. That's where we do all our blind playthroughs, our first impressions of all the games that we review here on the Switch It Up Show. And ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at Seth Trav. He's at From the Crib. And together we are at Preachcast on all the social medias. But until then, I've got to remind you that if things ever get boring, you can always switch it up.